All right, so Todd's back in. I'll take snow and lots of it
I hear ya.
all day versus what the coast is getting right now. It's awful out there.
Yeah, and you know what? And it's not just the coast. Inland areas are getting a lot of sleet too before we transition over to snow. And you know, sleet's just different. We're used to snow. You know, we're used to black ice, but we're not so used to sleet.
And when then the snow covers it, you can't see it.
Yeah.
So now, I mean, it's going to be a mess out there.
I agree.
All day,
Sleet's like little marbles underneath the tires, so it kind of makes you fishtail all around. So we're going to see all kinds of precipitation types this morning and through the day. If the entire column of air from the cloud all the way down to the surface were cold, below 32, you'd get snow. That one's easy, right? Well, a lot of us are going to see quite a bit of sleet today, and that's because there's going to be a warm layer just below the snow line where it forms, which will melt those flakes into drops, and they refreeze in sub-freezing air as they approach the surface, and you get pinging all over the place. And you can still get accumulation from sleet. Like I just saw in Sabattis, 2 inches of sleet accumulation. That's a lot, and it's not easy to deal with either. And then of course there's the freezing rain, which nobody likes. That stuff clings to tree limbs and clings to power lines and can cause power outages. Thankfully, I don't think we're going to get as much of the freezing rain from this storm. It's more sleet and snow out of it, but there'll be a little bit. There will be a little bit. This mess is now working into the northeast, and we still have hours to go. It stretches back to PA right now. As we look at the radar thinks it's snowing just about everywhere, but it's actually being fooled. There is sleet stretching all the way back up into Lewiston and Augusta. And Sabattis, as I just mentioned, 2 inches of it. So let's close in here. I threw some temps on the map also to give you an idea that we are dropping and dropping like a rock. It's down to 27 in Portland, so any rain from yesterday is freezing up. We may not get a ton of freezing rain, but the same effect is happening out there. Everything is freezing up solidly. Down in York County, above freezing in a few spots down here, Kittery, the Berwicks, Portsmouth's 33, Dover's 33. That's going to change. So right now it's freezing rain, and then it'll go to sleet and finally finish up as snow. I think the sleet line's somewhere right in here, just north of Lewiston, right around Augusta right here. You go north of there, it's all snow. I saw in Madison, New Hampshire, there's about 5 inches of snow already on the ground, so this is great for ski resorts. Mid-coast, same sort of thing. Sleet and then some snow right up through Augusta and Waterville and north of there. And then down East Maine, same thing. Sleet along the coast with temps in the 20s. Much colder in Bangor, snow-sleet mix, and then north of Bangor, all snow, and it's starting to pile up. Where you have the ice, the sleet and the freezing rain, you're likely going to keep it for most of the event. So icy mess along the coast, snowy mess inland, very heavy snow here, and temps have dropped, so this is going to be an exceptionally challenging commute. Not much change midday, still looking at the sleet along the coastline and snow inland. And then finally this afternoon, the entire column will chip away at that warmth and will finish up as some snow. But at this point, it's going to be less intense and tapering off through the evening too. Road conditions this evening, they'll be better, but they won't be perfect. So continue to chop the snow amounts along the coast, now 2 to 4 inches, but it's still going to be a mess. I think that 8-inch line is somewhere around Lewiston, Augusta, and probably Bangor's in that 8 to 12, and then certainly up to the Central Highlands and the Western Maine foothills and mountains. Arctic air's in here all weekend. Tomorrow we get the wind with it, unfortunately. Sunday we don't. Sunday's a great winter day with highs in the mid-20s. Early next week, still watching to our south, there's going to be low pressure forming off the southeastern U.S. There's a small chance that it gets to us, a small one, but I can't completely pull it from the forecast just yet. Small crafts are up, seas 5 to 8, northeast winds 20 to 25 knots. Ice and snow out there today. Temperatures continue to crash through the 20s. Tomorrow back to sunshine, but blustery and cold near 20. Bright and cold on Sunday. Early next week, temperatures moderate back through the 30s, close to 40 degrees. And we'll watch that chance for snow on Tuesday. I don't think it'll get to us, but we might have a short period of snow somewhere in there, Lee.
All right, sir. Let's get through today first, and then we'll figure the rest out.
Agreed.
So, all right, thank you.